And details we have been getting you on the meeting that is set to take place in Delhi that will decide the future of Maharashtra. Who will be the chief minister is the key decision that will be taken in this meeting. Now, who all will be a part of this meeting? We are learning it will be Amit Shah, JP Nadda, Devendra Fadnavis, Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar. This, as we already understand, that the Ajit Pawar faction is backing Devendra Fadnavis to be the next chief minister of Maharashtra. The BJP also wanting the same. And this decision that will be taken in this meeting. Now, whether there could also be a power sharing formula is the big question, on whether it will be a half and half formula through the 5-year tenure. Not something that the BJP would certainly prefer, but the decision that will be taken in this meeting. Deepak Kesarkar, who said that we wish Eknath Shinde to continue as chief minister. On the other hand, Ramdas Athawale, who said that BJP has won big. Fadnavis must be made chief minister. So several political reactions from both sides that have come in. But so far, certainly looking like how Devendra Fadnavis could be chief minister of Maharashtra, and the oath-taking ceremony that we are learning from our sources may take place on the 27th or 28th of November. Let me go straight across to Shravan, who's picking up all the details on the ground. Shravan, what may happen as far as the next chief minister of Maharashtra is concerned?
Well, in fact, let me give you the full picture as to what has developed so far. Let's first begin with Ajit Pawar's camp, because remember, the first meeting that took place yesterday was at Ajit Pawar's residence when he was elected as the legislative party leader. We are given to understand by way of sources that Ajit Pawar has already extended his support to Devendra Fadnavis, effectively meaning that NCP essentially wants Devendra Fadnavis as the chief minister of Maharashtra. That's number one. Number two is with regards to what really happens within the Shinde camp. While there are growing voices right now within the Shiva Sena that Eknath Shinde should actually continue, and perhaps it is a message of continuity that they want to send across. But having said that, remember, one of the biggest difficulties essentially emerging from the fact that BJP's performance by far has been the best since 1962. This is the best ever performance of the party. And the fact of the matter is this, that back in 2014, also remember, at the peak of Prime Minister Modi's wave, at that point in time also, remember, it was only about 122 seats. This has gone way beyond that. There is a larger Hindutva umbrella that has been created right now by the Bharatiya Janata Party, and there's been a massive consolidation that we are looking at right now in Maharashtra. And that is the reason why perhaps the leadership of Devendra Fadnavis cannot be ignored. Through the day, let me also quickly give you a glimpse of what's really happening. Now, at the residence of Devendra Fadnavis, we have seen several legislators actually coming in through the day and meeting him, which is also another indication of the fact that you have the legislators indicating that they would largely want to see Devendra Fadnavis emerging as the topmost contender. So I can perhaps stick my neck out to tell you this, that he is the strongest contender right now. While there is a section within the Shiva Sena and a section within the Bharatiya Janata Party, which is essentially peddling this entire narrative that perhaps with the element of continuity, they would like to see Eknath Shinde, but it is going to be extremely, extremely difficult for the BJP central leadership to try and avoid the fact that Devendra Fadnavis has been able to script the biggest story of this election.
Continue talking to us, Shravan, because we are also learning of other developments, and although there is no confirmation, all this is source-based, but one that also indicates that what if there is a power-sharing formula of a 2.5 year chief minister for both BJP and Shiv Sena that is decided upon. Very unlikely chance, because that was the very reason why there was a tiff between Devendra Fadnavis and Uddhav Thackeray back in the day that led to not just the break of the alliance between the Shiv Sena and the BJP, but thereafter Shiv Sena also splitting and the NCP also splitting. So we've of course seen the Maharashtra politics take its own twists and turns, but with regards to this particular meeting that will take place in the afternoon with all the alliance partners. What do you think will come out?
The 2.5 formula is nothing but simply a media creation standing outside the residence of Devendra Fadnavis as well as Eknath Shinde. There is no such formula that has been worked out by the parties. Let me also tell you that so far none of them have actually had a detailed discussion with regards to what exactly would be the formula. There have been individual meetings that have taken place in each of these camps, and some of their leaders, they're obviously pushing for their own leader to be made as the chief minister. For instance, yesterday at Taj Land's end, where the meeting was actually taking place of the Shiva Sena, you've had some of the leaders coming out in the open saying that Eknath Shinde is going to become the chief minister, and that's a formula that is being worked out. It turns out that these are selective plans that are now being put out. But largely, the picture that basically emerges, it's not just about one section within the BJP, but there are multiple groups now coming together. Those who have worked extremely closely throughout the election, indicating that one, Devendra Fadnavis has been able to bring together everyone. There's been a strong leadership that has been displayed. And the fact of the matter is this, that in places like Konkan, which was largely seen as Uddhav Thackeray's bastion, remember the party has been reduced to one. In Satara, as well as few other areas in Marathwada, remember the fact of the matter is that Sharad Pawar was largely seen as the biggest face. But it turns out that even from Satara and a few other places too, BJP has been able to perform. There's been a stellar performance of the party. And that is the reason why, remember, one cannot take away the fact that some strategic maneuvers that have been made by Devendra Fadnavis seems to have really worked on the ground. And he's been able to bring together what many would say an umbrella coalition that has actually worked beautifully here in the state of Maharashtra. And that is the reason why perhaps this entire formula that is largely being peddled by the section of the local media here in Maharashtra doesn't seem to be the case at this point in time. Just to quickly take you through what's expected in the next few hours, Devendra Fadnavis, while he's currently at his residence from where we are broadcasting right now, he's been meeting several of his party workers, supporters who are coming and greeting him. There hasn't been any discussion per se. The legislative party meeting that is expected perhaps by tomorrow. Devendra Fadnavis would be leaving for the national capital along with Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar. That is for a wedding that is actually taking place in the national capital. There is a possibility that Eknath Shinde as well as Ajit Pawar could actually meet Union Home Minister Amit Shah, but that timing is yet to be confirmed. So when are we really expecting the government to be formed? Remember, there is nothing like it has to be done within 26 when the deadline gets over. There is enough precedence in the past too, which indicates that the government could be formed in the next few days too. So that could actually take it to about 27th or the 28th.
Oh yes, absolutely. That's a valid point you make. More political reactions coming in. Let's cut across to them. Nana Patole of the Congress, who wanted to step down after the massive poll.
लोकसभा में हमारा कैंडिडेट जीत रहा है 6 विधानसभा में, और लेकिन हमारे सभी विधायक हार रहे, तो इतना फर्क नहीं हो सकता. एक आध जगह कुछ कम ज्यादा हो सकता है, पर जो फर्क हमको देखने मिल रहा है और इसी को लेके लोगों में भी भावनाएं, और सोशल मीडिया भी आप महाराष्ट्र का देखोगे तो लोगों ने कहा कि हमारे वोटों से ये सरकार नहीं आई है. तो ये चिंता हमारे लिए सबसे बड़ी है, और हम इसलिए मैं हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी से मैं मिलने आया, और ये विषय में मैं सविस्तर उनसे बात की. उन्होंने कहा कि मैं खुद राहुल जी और हमारे सभी लोगों से बैठ के इस विषय पे बात करते हैं, क्योंकि हमारे लिए भी ये चिंता का विषय हुआ है. हमें भी पूरे राज्य से फोन आ रहे हैं अलग अलग लोगों के, और वो कहता है कि ये गलत हुआ है, ये लोकतंत्र के लिए अच्छी बात नहीं है.
सर, आप सुबह से इस्तीफे की बात चल रही है कि आपने इस्तीफा दे दिया है प्रदर्शन खराब होने के कारण. क्या आपने अपना इस्तीफा दिया है, मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे को रिजाइन किया है?
ये अफवाहें हैं, कोई इस पे कोई तथ्य भी नहीं है. ये सब हम लोगों की सबकी सामूहिक जवाबदारी है, और इसलिए इस पे एक मंथन होगा. मैं आज नहीं तो कल खुद राहुल जी से भी और मेरी मुलाकात होगी, और उस पर हम चर्चा करेंगे, क्योंकि आखिरी ये पार्टी का नहीं, ये लोकतांत्रिक व्यवस्था का सबसे बड़ा महत्व है. जिस कांग्रेस ने आजादी की लड़ाई में कई बलिदान दिए हैं और देश को आजादी मिला के दी है, और आजादी के बाद बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर के संविधान के आधार पर देश को आगे बढ़ाया। आज लेकिन लोकतांत्रिक व्यवस्था को ही खत्म किया जाता हो और जो लोगों के मन में जो शंका आ रही है उसके बारे में हमारी चर्चा हुई है और मैंने सविस्तर बात किया है। रिजाइन की बात अब भी कहाँ हो रही है?
क्या पार्टी ने आपको रिजाइन मांगा है?
पार्टी से कोई बात नहीं हुई इस विषय पे। मैं अभी पौने घंटा में आदरणीय हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी खड़गे जी से बात कर रहा था। कोई इस पे हमारे रिजाइन के बाद कुछ नहीं।
सर, अमित पवार ने ये कहा कि हम लाड़की बहन योजना और बटोगे तो कटोगे जैसे नारों की तरह से उन्होंने ईवीएम को बोला है कि मेरे को नहीं लगता है कि ऐसा कुछ होगा। आप ईवीएम के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं?
हमने कब बोला ईवीएम के बारे में? हमारे पार्टी के लोगों ने भी ईवीएम के बारे में बात नहीं किया। हमने जब राष्ट्रीय हमारे स्टेट लेवल पे भी हमने पहला जब चुनाव के रिजल्ट के बाद हमने हमारी प्रतिक्रिया दी तो हमने ईवीएम के बारे में बात नहीं की। लोगों का जो सोशल मीडिया आप देख लीजिए महाराष्ट्र में आज क्या लोगों की भावना है। जनभावनाओं को लेके लोग कहते हैं कि हमारे वोटों से सरकार नहीं आई है, ये सरकार गड़बड़ दाल में काला करके आई है। लोगों की भावना है, हमारी नहीं है। हमने ईवीएम वॉइसिंग के बारे में कोई चर्चा नहीं, लेकिन जो पार्लियामेंट के बारे में मैंने कहा कि जो बाई इलेक्शन।
All right, so while news was doing the rounds that Nana Patole is set to resign, he is confirming that he isn't and he will meet Rahul Gandhi. In the meanwhile, as the BJP swept Maharashtra elections, all eyes on who will be the next chief minister. Sources telling Republic that Devendra Fadnavis will take oath on the 27th or the 28th of November, and that is the decision that will be taken in today's meeting. We are also learning that the Ajit Pawar camp of the NCP and Union Minister Ramdas Athawale are coming out to back Fadnavis as the next chief minister. Listen in to all the political reactions.
सीएम फेज पर अभी तो कोई डिसीजन आया नहीं, बातचीत चल रही है और अभी माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी साहब और अमित शाह साहब, जेपी नड्डा साहब, इनके साथ चर्चा होगी और उसके बाद 1-2 दिन के अंदर ही मतलब मुख्यमंत्री पद का चेहरा तय हो जाएगा। लेकिन बहुत सारे बीजेपी के लोगों का कहना है कि भाई हमारी सीटें इतनी 132 आ गई है तो देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी मुख्यमंत्री होना चाहिए। अजित पवार साहब के पास 41 एमएलए है, उन्होंने भी बोला है कि भाई देवेंद्र फडणवीस के नाम को मेरा सपोर्ट है। तो मुझे लगता है कि अभी एकनाथ शिंदे साहब के तरफ से ही थोड़ा सा अपना ग्रीन सिग्नल मिलने की आवश्यकता है। लेकिन एकनाथ शिंदे जी ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है 2.5 सालों में, मतलब उन्होंने 5 साल से ज़्यादा सालों का काम उन्होंने किया है, तो वो भी बहुत ही अच्छे मुख्यमंत्री है। लेकिन आंकड़े ऐसे दिख रहे हैं कि भाई देवेंद्र जी को बनाना आवश्यक है, लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी वहाँ एकनाथ शिंदे साहब को कोई ना कोई तो जिम्मेदारी, अगर वो यहाँ डिप्टी सीएम रहना चाहते हैं तो वहाँ यहाँ रह सकते हैं, या दिल्ली में भी मतलब उनको केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल में स्थान दिया जा सकता है। इसके बारे में माननीय ऊपर के लोग जो है करेंगे। लेकिन एकनाथ शिंदे जी बहुत अच्छे मुख्यमंत्री रहे हैं और उनको 2.5 साल के लिए मैं हार्दिक बधाई देता हूँ। लेकिन अभी क्या चेहरा तय करना है ये अभी ऊपर से तय होगा, अभी तक फाइनल नहीं हुआ।
All right, so top sources certainly confirming to Republic that Devendra Fadnavis is likely to take oath as chief minister on either the 27th or the 28th of November. All right, this is the latest lead that is just coming in, a power sharing formula that is being discussed. And we're learning that Fadnavis is likely to take oath as chief minister. This oath-taking ceremony that will take place on the 27th or the 28th of November, that is in exactly 2 days from now, or could go on to the 28th, but certainly the fate of Maharashtra sealed, but who will be chief minister is the big suspense so far. That a very important meeting in the national capital to decide on it. as much as the BJP would want Devendra Fadnavis to be Chief Minister. Will the allies agree? Ajit Pawar backing Fadnavis. All right, we continue to get you more on the same for the moment.